Big delt destruction going on today
I couldn't agree more.
at the at-home workouts in my garage.
Where no one can hear your screams. When your shoulders turn into mashed potato from this negligent tutorial from bodybuilding.com and Kris Gethin.
Or snatch press, I should say. 15 repetitions, kettlebell, again, alternative.
But don't worry, because it leads to the selling of a pre and intra workout. So we good.
Remember, if you're doing exactly the same as me, you would have taken pre-caged, your pre-workout, 30 or 40 minutes before the workout and in-cage during the workout.
398 milligrams of caffeine. Holy moly.
And so bodybuilding.com, for those of you who may not know, are essentially one of the largest, if not the largest, fitness and health website, and also they produce other media where a huge part of their business is selling supplements in their online shop. Turning your shoulders into mincemeat is apparently another part of it. And okay, fine, let them make their money. It's not illegal to sell supplements, but it is egregious in many senses, the way that these videos are structured. And so I'm going to give some balance to the bullshit. Their motivational montage contains some familiar faces.
Where I want to go, but I have no idea how to get there.
Just paying attention, it takes drive and dedication.
Start it.
3, 2, 1.
And so they have a range of contributors, some excellent, for example, Casey Mitchell, and then some terrible, take your pick. It is a spectrum of contributors, from the very good to the not so good. But to be fair to them, and I have a huge amount of respect for this, they decided to place this man on this thumbnail with this word. Trying to find natural people on their pages like those Where's Wally books. Not even the Predator could thermal image that one. I have no idea who this guy is. He seems athletically gifted, but that's not why I'm including him in this video. The brand Swolverine is. I'm launching the Professor Swolvia packs coming soon. Swolverine is my favorite fitness brand, even more so than the Swolk, Swatman and Swiderman. And of course their pinned comment leading back to the selling of the Swolverine supplements on bodybuilding.com. And Kris Gethin, for those of you who don't know, is a fitness celebrity who sells crap supplements. The importance of intra-workout nutrition. Here's a younger, less wrinkled me. Intra-workout is one of the most critical yet overlooked windows of opportunity to reload your anabolic fuel tank. Because if one window of opportunity was not bro science enough, here's another one. This is simply another category that these people have created to make money in a saturated market. If you're thinking about buying intra-workout supplements, please stop and please evaluate your overall nutrition throughout the day.
So went through a circuit today because I wanted to keep the heart elevated and burn a good amount of calories.
And so circuit training per se is not the problem. It's the way that it's used in this video to lead to the selling of supplements, in my opinion.
Pre-caged, your pre-workout, 30 or 40 minutes before the workout and in cage during the workout. So you want to make sure that you get rid of a lot of the lactic acid and get a lot of those nutrients like your citrulline, like your creatine, like your carnosine back into those localized areas.
And also the exercise selection and the way that he executes the exercises, as this is a direct tutorial. Let's be clear, this is an intra-workout branch chain amino acid supplement with other ingredients thrown in it. He's marketing his pre-workout and intra-workout. So take your pre-workout BCAA with caffeine and citrulline, and then buy and take your intra-workout BCAA with caffeine and citrulline, because that sounds necessary. And in many cases they underdose supplements, so you have to buy more supplements. For example, in his pre-workout the creatine is underdosed.
And get a lot of those nutrients like your citrulline, like your creatine.
So if you wanted to supplement with creatine, you couldn't just take his pre-workout. You'd need to buy more of his products or another creatine supplement, for example. And his pre-caged pre-workout is again a branch chain amino acid supplement with an extra branch chain amino acid, because if branch chain amino acids weren't junk enough by themselves, let's put more of them in. He's put extra leucine in it, and leucine is a trigger for protein synthesis, but in isolation it is not a valid supplement. You must have all 9 essential amino acids for effective protein synthesis. And when it comes to increasing the ratio of leucine to the other BCAAs in a BCAA supplement, and that's not what the evidence base shows at all. For example, Dr. Eddie Joe conducted research where he found that these super dosed leucine BCAAs provided no benefit in terms of muscle protein synthesis. And we have, for example, native whey protein, where there's a higher concentration of leucine in these protein powders. And indeed, we have research which again shows that muscle protein synthesis did not increase post-workout due to having these super dosed leucine protein powders.
Denied.
You want to make sure that you get rid of a lot of the lactic acid.
And so here's an idea, just slightly increase the rest periods, because with anaerobic work, you build up an oxygen debt. And so instead of buying a supplement supposedly for this, what I would encourage you to do is if you are performing a session and you're struggling with the intensity, just increase the rest periods between the sets and increase the rest time between the circuits. Allow oxygen back into the body and breathe. Breathing over supplements, basically.
That was with a singular plate, so one plate I was holding coming up overhead.
The shoulder joint, the glenohumeral, is a ball and socket joint which allows a great range of motion and a great amount of movement. However, the issue with such a movable joint is the potential for injury, especially when we have a lot of smaller and larger muscles around that joint and the multiple movements you can perform in the gym related to that joint.
Upright rows being the first exercise.
Rear delts with plates, all good, that's good, and they can be a neglected muscle group. And to the masterpiece of the show, the kettlebell press. I could have also titled my video, How to Destroy Your Shoulders and Your Wrists. If you do need to use your wrists in the future, you know, for drinking your intra-workout.
That I went on to the shoulder press, and that was with kettlebells, so it's an alternative shoulder press. I'll do one side, then the other.
This is a painful tutorial to watch.
When I couldn't do any more than that, I was doing a snatch clean, or snatch press, I should say.
He says it's a snatch to press. It's neither a snatch or a clean. Fun fact, this is also known as the Britney Sant clean.
And I was doing that with a kettlebell, again, alternative, until I reached absolute failure.
And so a kettlebell is not a dumbbell. The distribution of the weight in relation to the handle is different to the dumbbell. It's a specialized piece of equipment, and as such, there's a specialized way of using the equipment. For example, for a press, there are specific cues you need. For a kettlebell, that would be different to a dumbbell.
And use the second hand to get it into position. Bring it to the rack.
And the main issue being, when you are pressing a kettlebell, you will do so from the rack position. The position that he has, the kettlebell, is extremely problematic for his shoulders and also his wrists.
Do any more than that, I was doing a snatch clean, or snatch press, I should say. And I was doing that with a kettlebell again.
Learn how to pull it straight up. So again, from the side view, let it fall vertically down, and then stand vertically up.
So with the kettlebell, here, the weight is located behind the arm. So here is pretty vulnerable because the kettlebell, how it's sitting on the arm, wants to pull back. But from here, here's the rack position where the shoulder's set down and away. I'm not moving from the lower body. I'm squeezing the quads, the glutes, a little bit of tension in the abs. And I'll press up overhead.
So you're just going vertical with that.
That would be more pure shoulder flexion.
And don't do it to failure if you're still developing your form with a kettlebell clean and press or snatch, for example.
Alternative until I reached absolute failure.
And so there are so many good kettlebell tutorials on the press, on a clean, on a snatch, with all the different intricacies involved, such as how to not bang your wrist, for example, the positioning, the different ways of pressing, where you have the more vertical press related to other types of pressing. And if you are a kettlebell aficionado in this community, and many of you will be highly experienced with kettlebells, please comment and please let others know the problem with what Kris Gethin is doing and the corrections. At least he's not going to end the video with promoting the need for an immediate post-workout shot of protein.
So remember, immediately post-workout is when you have your post-workout shake. So I'm finishing mine right now.
The old anabolic window, which of course is a nuanced topic, and I have detailed videos on the anabolic window. Thank goodness Christopher is not going to end the video on that note.
And shuttle that protein isolate peptide into the localized areas, because we've got to come back and hit it with the same intensity tomorrow. So that is it, guys. If you like this video, please comment, subscribe, and let me know if you want more like this. Peace.
Hey man, I don't give a crap about myself, Rick. Let's watch some crazy stuff, yo. I'm Ants in My Eyes Johnson, here at Ants in My Eyes Johnson's Electronics. I mean, there's so many ants in my eyes, and there's so many TVs, microwaves, radios. I'm not 100% sure what we have here.